Hi guys, this is Mama Sue and I'm back with a new pair of earrings. I think you'll really like these. These are a natural rock that just has such a shimmer to them. I really like this. Trying to get that up close enough where you can see how shimmery these rocks are. Even the little ones. And they've just got like total sparkles and they're a natural rock. So I just really love that look. Anyway, let's figure out how to put these together. As you see, we have two separate areas we're working with, there and there and there. We're going to put that little ball together and we're going to put this together. But I think we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. I'm going to set this down for a reference. The ball is that's a size 3 millimeter, and this is a size 8 millimeter on these balls. So I'm going to grab one of my wires. Uh-oh, I got the wrong kind of wire. Oh, let me grab a different wire. Sometimes I do that. Okay, now I've got the right ones. I get all these, that's what it was. I put all this wires in front of me and got them all mixed up. Okay, I'm going to put these aside because we're going to need these too. Those little jump rings. Okay, so first we're going to, if you'll notice, we have a little round bead, then we have a flower spacer bead, then we have a bead cap, the bead, and then we go right back down to where we started. Then we finish it off by rolling the metal. But we're going to start, where's my little metal beads? Here they are. We're going to start with one of these little metal beads. This is actually a really easy, oops. This is actually a real easy earring to make. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do two of them, so I'm going to do them both at the same time, just so that I get them the same level. Because I do mess that up sometimes. And then after that, we need one of the flowers, one of those flower seed bead things. See? Then we're going to need a bead cap, and we're going to have it going upside down so that when we put the bead on, it's in the right place. So upside down, we're putting it just like that, so that the bead sits right on top of that. Now it's going this quick, and we're doing 2 earrings at once. Now we're going to put the actual big bead on. But these beads are just, look how shimmery those are. They're amazing. See how pretty those are? Woohoo. Now we're going to put the bead cap on the right side. Bead cap on the right side. Now we're going with the 2 flower spacer beads, just like that. Then we are going to bend our wire. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take this as close to the tip as we can. See how I've got it as close as I can to the tip? I'm going to bend it straight back away from me. Then I'm going to turn my round nose pliers, and then I'm going to bend it toward me as far as I can get it close to me. Then I have to move my pliers a little bit so I can finish going around to the other side. And then that's what I have. I have that little circle there, and it's ready to be, now it's ready to go around and around and around. But we're not going to do that until we get this other one and we measure them next to each other to make sure they're the same size. So I'm going to put this right on the tip like I did before, as close as I can to the tip. Just like that. Push it away from me. Turn my pliers to the crease. And then move it toward me. Make sure I'm holding on tight. All the way down. Then move my pliers a little bit so I can finish going around my circle. And there we go. Now we've got 2 of them whipped up. Now I'm going to put them next to each other just to make sure the holes are the same size. Because right now I can make them smaller or larger depending on what my need is here. Now one of them is a, you know what? I've got a brass wire and a copper wire. Uh-oh. I got to get a different wire. That's not the right one. And get this out here. Now I'm telling you, everybody always practices before these things. And I don't have time to practice before them. So believe me, other people make these mistakes too. And they just don't tell you. Because they look more professional. So I'm going to take these back off here and put it on this wire, because then I don't want to have to redo the whole thing again. So I'm going to do it now so I don't have to worry about that. Because if I do it later, I won't do it. Okay, my little ball. My little spacer bead. My bead cap. My pretty bead. My bead cap. And my flower. And we're back where we were. That didn't take too long, did it? Now I'm going to go close to the tip as I can. Bend it over. Turn my pliers. Come up and down as far as I can go. Then I'm going to move it over a little bit so I can finish going around. Now I'm back to that spot where I was when we had to start over. And looks pretty good. I'm going to make this one just a little bigger by pulling the wire out a little bit. Now it's bigger. Now I got to hang on to this round area and spin the wire around and around. So I'm going to grab it with my pliers like this. Grab onto my beads for leverage. See, I've got my thumb there. And then I'm just going to push. Now I'm going to grab my pliers and finish going around. There. Round and around. I think 3 times is as much as we're going to go around that. Now I'm going to cut off that extra. See how there's some hanging on there extra? I'm going to cut that off. Then I'm going to squash that little piece that's left there. I'm going to squash that little piece in. Just get a hold of it. And just try to squash just that little piece in. I made this one tight. But the wire's a lot. The wire is really nice. It's forgiving and it's softer. I like this wire. And then now we're going to do the same thing with the second one. We're going to grab a hold of that tip. We're going to come in here, grab a hold of that tip just like that. Put it in the hand that's easiest for you to hang on to it with. And then just spin it around one time just to get it where you want it. Or you can grab your pliers right away and start doing it this way. It's up to you. Now we went 3 times around on the other one, so we should actually go the same on this one. And let's see if it lets us. Boy, it doesn't want to go around 3 times. I'm just measuring these up to each other, and they look great, so I'm not going to worry about anything else. I'm just going to cut off that extra piece and squash it down because they look great. It doesn't always have to be a battle. But they'll look great when they're on. These are a real pretty pair of earrings. I made some for my daughter, and I just love it when she wears them. I have another one I saw her in that looks... I make earrings for her all the time, and it's just real fun. It's real fun to see her wearing them. She loves them. She's got a lot of earrings, believe me. Now I'm just going around and squashing that wire down. Sorry about that. I keep getting out of your view. Trying to get in there where you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going, oops, I was just kind of going around it to get that all laid down. This is the one that was giving me a little trouble there for a minute. Oh, that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to put them together and see what we got. Now, if you'll notice, these are pretty darn close in size. So we're doing good. Now we're going to take, since we're working from the bottom and going to the top, now we're going to put this piece on right here, this little split ring. This is the way I like to open split rings. There is a tool that you can get for that are split ring for split rings, but it always messes up on me when I'm doing that. So I just do it this way. I just grab a hold of I find where the starting point is, where the wire opens, and I grab a little bit down behind it, pull it open, and just bend my pliers, and my pliers just lays in there with it open. Can you see the opening there? That's what I do, and I just hang on real tight because you let go and it'll spring all the way across the room. And then I'm just going to turn it just like that. Now I've got it on there. See? Now I'm going to do the other one. I'm grabbing a hold of it. There's where the end is, right there. Right there's the end. If you can see where I'm doing, right there where my nail is. And then I'm going to pull up and turn my pliers, and it holds it right there. Now I'm sticking it on, and And now I'm going to turn it like I'm putting a key on a keychain. There it is. Now you can always use the ones that you just open, because all you got to do is twist those like this and open them and put it on and twist it back. It's really easy to do. Now we got to make, since we're following this group here, now we got to make this little piece right here, and then we're going to be about done with our earring. So I am going to take this little wire I have here. I accidentally bought little ones because I didn't understand the sizing when I went and bought these, and I bought them online. So I didn't realize, so now I just put in an inch and a half, or 2 inches to see what comes up, and then I'll order that. I normally order 2 inch. Okay, now I'm going to put a bead on this. Because this is little, I can use this as my little thing here. And if you notice, I've got one little round place right there, and this side, I'm going to cut this down just a little bit, because it should be just over a 1/4 inch for me to make that circle. So, and here it is. Now I'm going to cut some off there. You know, I should do that at the same time. I probably should. But, yeah, I normally get it right. Now, I normally hang on to that little flat piece down there, because we want one going one way. This one's going this way. And this one's going to go this way. So I normally just pull it down toward that little circle there. See how I turned it? See how I bent it a little bit sideways? Then I put my pliers in there and start turning it until it touches the other side, just like that. Now it's touching the other side. See there? Now I'm going to put it on this. I gotta make this just a little bit tighter because it's still open a little bit. I don't want that open at all. Okay. Now the side that that you didn't make, this is the side I made right here. That's going to go on the ear wire. This is the side that was already formed, the eye pin. I'm going to stick this, where's my pliers? There. I'm going to grab a hold of this, pull it open again. See how I pulled that open? And I'm going to put my wire on there. And then I'm going to do that little twisty thing until it snaps on. Oh, I thought it snapped on. Yeah, it did. Okay, now I want to close this wire a little more because it kind of opened on me. And when I go to close something like that, I grab onto this side and just twist in and pull back. And now they're like kissing again. They're right where they belong again. The lines. And then I'm going to put my wire on there. And then I'll have my beautiful earring. But before I put my wire on, I'm going to make this other one. I'm going to put it on. Now this is a shorter one, so I don't have to cut anything off this one. Let me see if it's, let me get a longer one. I like to use a longer one, because then I don't have to worry when I go to cut it off. Okay, now this one's ready. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that little bit off like I did the other one. Now I cut it off. Now I'm going to grab onto that circle, and it's flat in my fingers. And I'm going to pull this back toward me. Then I'm going to start bending it in a circle until it meets the other side. It's there. Now it's there. I don't know if you can tell, but it's there now. Now I'm going to put it on the other base, since we're building from the bottom to the top. I'm going to open this ring again. I'm grabbing it, pulling it out, and turning my pliers. Then I'm going to grab the piece I just made, and start winding it on there. Just like that. Now I'm going to do that little thing again that I did before to make sure my wire is nice and tight together. I'm just going to hold on to, just take your pliers and hold on right here, right in the middle, and just turn. And then come back out. And then they're really tight together now. Now you're just going to put on your ear wires, and you are done with this baby. Done with this. I'm opening it from the back. Wait, I don't like this. I always bend that in because I don't like my earrings sticking out on my ears. So I always bend that down a little bit. Now twist up. Put your earring on and twist down. Just like that. And there you go. Now, this is another one of those ones. See how this if that's in your ear and this is going straight down in the back of your ear, then your earring's going to stick out a little bit if it's cocked that way. That's why I move the ball up. On some of them I have to use glue, and then I just squeeze it back to where it's straight again. Then if you need to, put a little glue underneath that. I use model glue. I grabbed this the other day. It's easy to come out, and I'll just use some model glue on it. Works great. This one I don't have to worry about because it's one of the French ones. It's got that little smash there, so the bead doesn't come off. Now I'm going to open up this back right here, just like that. Put my earring wire on there, and then I'm going to close it back up, just like that. Now let me show you what we got. Now here's the ones we just made. And here's the ones that were already made. Just so you see that I made them the same way. They're just a gorgeous earring. And anyway, that's what I got for you. And I'm going to be slow for a little while, and then I'll start speeding back up again because I have a lot of work to do right now here at the house. So you guys be blessed and take care of yourselves, and remember, Jesus loves you.